Welcome to the Security Speakeasy, where we discuss all things network security. Today, we are discussing why stopping adversaries through prevention at every stage of the attack lifecycle is critical for organizations. My name is Taiwo Bolatiwa, Product Marketing Manager for CDSS Next Gen Firewalls. I am joined today by Scott Fanning, VP of Product Management of Cloud Delivered Security Services. Thank you for joining me, Scott.
Absolutely, Taiwo. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very excited about having this discussion.
Scott, you work closely with security teams and see firsthand how threats have impacted their organizations. Adversaries are becoming more persistent as the threat landscape expands. How have customers addressed cyber threats as attacks continue to evolve?
Oh, I think that's a great question. I mean, I think first of all, the adversaries have clearly evolved. They've established new types of attack tools. They are leveraging AI to speed up the production of malware. They understand the threat defense life cycles themselves, and they use their own ways of constructing these things. Also, the motivations are increasing, right? The adversary is more motivated to leverage cyber attack to get to the assets they want to give access to. Whether it's nation states or hacktivists or criminal organizations, they're all running these very sophisticated campaigns against these targets because that's where, the treasure is. And of course, they're leveraging AI, which is creating a number of agile opportunities for them to produce this that can take advantage of weaknesses in an infrastructure by doing reconnaissance, evolving their malware, and doing targeted attacks. So it's very much an evolving and always evolving environment for customers and trying to defend against advanced cyber attacks.
Yep, absolutely, Scott. I completely agree. So why do you think it's critical for organizations to stop threats at every stage of the attack lifecycle?
Even the adversary constructs their malware understanding the idea of a kill chain, right? So pre-attack, initial access, execution, command and control, lateral movement, all these different elements are stages in which if you are the adversary, you're purposefully and by design constructing malware or phishing campaigns to be able to to target weaknesses in an environment. Which means that, as the attack evolves, the sooner that you can engage and detect malicious activity and shut it down, then the least damage you will do to your environment. So, for example, if you have a phishing attack and you're able to identify this through URL filtering, then you won't have to worry about what might happen from an exploit of a file penetrating through into your network and then doing installation into an endpoint, in which case then they'll start doing their own lateral movement reconnaissance and start doing data exfil. So it's really important to be able to understand not only how the life cycle of a piece of malware as well as the attack life cycle operates, but it's also about how can you create a layered defense where you can do prevention across the various threat vectors that you can do in terms of that attack. So, that means you've got to have the tools and capabilities to be able to see the adversarial behavioral differences. That means that you have to have the tools to be able to ascertain whether or not this is malicious or benign. And because of AI and other sophistication that the adversary is bringing to the table, you have to be able to look at the nuances of these attacks and be able to do, in real time, inline kind of prevention so that, you can stop it quickly. The thing is, traditionally, you'll see that it will take a lot of tools potentially to be able to bring all these kind of, prevention capabilities to bear. And there are challenges with that. If you're responsible for integrating all these different tools, then you have to somehow weigh the preventive and intelligence capabilities across each of these tools. And then that burdens on, the defender to figure out how these things work together. So, how these things interact, kind of work as a platform, as a collective defense, those things are the kind of abilities you need to stop threats at every stage of the attack lifecycle.
Scott, yes, security at each stage of the attack lifecycle is critical in securing our modernized environments. Advanced adversaries attack pose significant challenges for IT teams, and to address these challenges, organizations must adopt a proactive and multifaceted approach to cybersecurity. Scott, thank you for joining us here today at Security Speakeasy and taking us through what a potential attack looks like at each stage of the attack lifecycle.
Absolutely. You know, it's hard being a defender out there. So having that kind of information and getting more information on our website would certainly be very helpful, right?
Absolutely. And to all of you, thank you for joining us here and watching. If you like the show, click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, and visit us at paloaltonetworks.com.